mean, I think in the US you have a lot of services that have come online. I think what's happening here, specifically in Asia, as I said, you have three global services that have gone online with a certain level of scale: Netflix, Disney, and Amazon Prime Video. And I think that market structure will remain. I think players such as Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, and NBCU aren't necessarily looking to own and operate streaming services across the region anymore. They all have issues to sort out in the US and to grow to profitability there. So they're choosing instead to look at strategic partnerships and license content. Other players, such as Canal Plus, for example, recently invested in View in a landmark transaction, which View's done very well in Southeast Asia through subscription and advertising. So I think people are looking to place their bets rather than own and operate and launch platforms in this region anymore.
So in terms of key revenue drivers for the future, obviously all of these companies are in a very competitive environment and having to look at various ways to grow their profit. Ads on premium video content, certainly one area. What about some other areas like gaming, e-commerce, more locked in, longer subscription periods? What do you think is the best way forward?
That's a really good question. I think the locked-in longer subscription period is one that everyone's taking to hold. Disney's had annual passes. JioCinema just launched an annual pass in India. So longer duration passes, replicating things that we used to love in the cable bundle, which is happening to lower churn, plus price increases across the board. Gaming's interesting. I think Netflix has obviously done quite a bit, and online gaming is huge in Asia, as you know. So they're still early in their journey for that. And I think a few other players are experimenting with that, but I still think it's way off. I think a lot of people like to talk about e-commerce and, the whole thing about content commerce and connectivity, but it's still a way off. There are certain players who are very big locally, like Jio in Indonesia and Video Jio in India and Video in Indonesia, that might look at that opportunity. But right now, the focus is on profitability and monetization. So really curating a great experience to the customer like yourself to be able to find great content and really stay on that service, not churn away from that service, lead engagement, lead revenue, and grow to profitability.